they've come. 1,000,000 stamps. They're sitting right here in front of me right now, and I still can't believe it. 1,000,000 of them. I don't know how much that is, but who cares, eh? 1,000,000's a million. Oh, sure they sent the catalog. I already had last year one, but this one's for this year, so it's a lot better. Anyway, the old one was falling apart. Oh, wait until you see the stuff they got in there. You won't believe it. I think I'm going to take everything in there and do over the whole house. I'm going to get a new stove, a new fridge, a new set of, a new kitchen set, I mean.
I wrote Les Belles Sœurs because I thought that before my generation, the theater was mostly a theater of men. There were very good plays, but written by men, in a way for men. And lot of time, the female characters were feeble characters, were not as good characters as the male characters. And I felt like describing and having the women who raised me talking for the first time with their real problems and their real language. I was born right in the middle of the war, so there were not many men around. The fathers were at war, and we were 12 people in a 7-room apartment in Montreal, 3 families, and I was the youngest of all these people. So these women alone in that house when the men were not there used to talk about everything in front of me, forgetting that I was there. So I used to hear things that a child don't usually hear.
Hi, everybody!
Yes?
Oh, my God, Pierrette. What are you doing here? I told you I never wanted to see you again.
I heard that my big sister Germaine has won 1,000,000 stamps, so I decided to come and take a look, eh? Oh, babe. I'll be goddamn! Angeline! What are you doing here, Angeline?
My God, I'm caught. What did you say, Angeline?
Hi, Pierrette. How come you're talking to Mademoiselle Sauvé like that, eh?
You ought to be ashamed.
Why? She's my friend, Angeline.
Think I'm going to faint?
Mon Dieu, Angeline!
Oh,
Angeline! Don't be ridiculous, Rose. You're getting carried away again. Come on, she hasn't fainted. She's only pretending.
Don't you touch her.
You mind your own business, okay? She's my friend.
What, you mean your friend? Are you trying to tell us that Mademoiselle Sauvé is your friend now?
She comes to see me at the club every Friday night, okay?
What?
That's impossible. Come on, Jillian. Don't play dead with me. We all know you're just faking it. Come on, tell them. Isn't it true, Jillian? Huh? Yes, it's true. Oh, Jillian. C'est them.
Mon Dieu.
During the war, they used to print novels here because we couldn't get novels from France. So the old 19th century authors were published in Montreal. So because my father was a printer, we had books. We happened to have books in the house. So I began reading very young, and I read things that I wouldn't have read otherwise, being a child, because I read Zola when I was 14 or 15 years old, for instance, or Balzac. I didn't go to school very long. I finished my high school in 59, I think, or in 1960. And when I was 13 or 14 years old, I had big problems in my life. I was discovering things that I couldn't talk about with my parents. So I wrote like somebody else would have painted or whatever, do something else. And I wrote, but the things that I had to say were so difficult to express that instead of writing them on the first degree saying I have this and these problems, I had characters talk for me. When I discovered that I could be a writer using the language that my mother talked, I loved it, and I wrote Les Belles Sœurs just in a single month. I think that choosing to be very local choosing to describe people I knew and people I loved was the only chance in the world I had to be universal.
Oh, Angéline! Angéline! Mon Dieu! This is dreadful! This is horrible! Angéline! Angéline!
Oh, Leona, you must understand.
Get away, don't touch me!
Who would have thought such a horrible thing?
I would never have thought this of you, Angéline. You in a club. And every Friday night. It can't be true.
But I don't do anything wrong, Leona. All I have is a Coke.
In a club? In a nightclub?
God only knows what she does there.
No, maybe she tries to get picked up.
I tell you, I don't do anything wrong.
It's true, she doesn't do anything wrong.
Shut up, you devil. Shut up.
I am not your friend anymore. I don't know you.
Listen to me, Leona. You must listen. I can explain everything if only you let me.
A club.
The fastest road to hell.
The road to hell. The road to hell. If you go there, you lose your soul. Curse the drinking. Curse the dancing. That's the kind of place where our men go wrong and spend their money on women of sin. Women of sin like you, yes. Shame on you, Angéline Sauvé, to spend your time in this sinful way. But Angéline, a club, it's worse than hell. Well, I tell you something. If the club where I work at is anything like hell, I wouldn't mind spending a whole eternity there, Angéline. Shut up, yes. The devil has your tongue.
What I worked on very, very hard in Les Belles Sœurs is that I took 15 women, I made a Greek chorus out of them, and I thought that one woman telling her dull life is one woman, but 5 women doing a quintet or a chorus about the rotten life is there are no more 5 women, they are everybody, because in the theater you don't add, you multiply. So having 15 women is like having all the women in the working class people of Quebec talking about their problems, and that's what I like most about the ancient Greek theater, is that the chorus of one city comes out and they speak as one voice, but this one voice is everybody's voice.
The boy has a lovely voice. Oh, yeah? Well, he looks like a girl, with his mouth all puckered up like a turkey. Suppose Diane Aubin is giving a demonstration of aquatic swimming at the city pool. That's where it's all taking place. It should be a stunning display. Any door prizes? Oh, we lots. And the final event of the evening will be a giant bingo. A bingo? Ode to bingo.
Me? There's nothing in the world that I like more than bingo. You know, we organize one in the parish almost every month. I get ready 2 days in advance. I'm a nervous wreck. I can't sit still. I cannot even think about anything else.
47.
When the big day arrives, I'm so excited, I can't do a bit of work around the house.
When I wrote Les Belles Sœurs 19 years ago, I did not write a political play. It became a political play later. It took meanings that were there, but that were not conscious from my part when I wrote it. But it became political when we did it, in a way, because I wrote it in 65, we did it for the first time in 68, right in the middle of the Quiet Revolution.
And there's even time when we use the bedroom.
And
Sit down at the table, and out the cards, set up the chips, and the game begins.
15.
When I wrote my first real novel, The Fat Woman Next Door is Pregnant, I discovered that I could put much tenderness in my work because for the first time I could say how much I loved my characters. Before that, my theater is very aggressive. My plays are aggressive because my characters have horrible things to say to each other. But I'm never there to say that I love them. And for the first time in that book, I could say as the narrator. So everything in that book is not milder, but it's more tender than what I wrote before.
Bunch of cow. Oh, you're not going to get out of here alive. I'm going to knock the daylight out of you. Oh.
I'll help you, Germaine. Nothing but a bunch of thieves. And they look down their noses at me, en plus.
Look at that, eh? And that. And there's more here. And here. And you too, Mademoiselle Thibault. There's only 3, but even so, eh? Oh, hell no. You too. All of you thieves. Do you hear me? The whole bunch of you thieves. Well, you don't deserve all those stamps. I mean, why you more than anyone else? Huh? You make us feel like but they're my stamps. Well, they should be for everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
But they're mine. Give them back to me.
Never.
Look in that box. There's still a lot more. Come and help yourself.
Good idea.
When you feel my purpose, huh? Get your hands out of my stamps. My stamps.
Gabi, wait, turn it off.
My stamps. Oh, my stamps. That's the country. My stamps.
Don't cry, Germaine.
My sisters, all my sisters.
Don't cry, Germaine.
Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. You're no better than the rest of them.
But Germaine.
Leave me alone. I don't want to see you again.
But Germaine, I want to help you. I'm on your side.
I said leave me alone. Get out. I don't want to see anybody. Oh, my beautiful house. And all my lovely furniture is gone. My stamps? What am I going to do?
I think that any art is an apprenticeship. I think that any artist is learning. I learn to not to worry about what is said about myself because I know what I want to become or what I want to do. And I just try to learn, and it's nice.